BTC has remained above the 10K price range for a record streak of 100 consecutive days. The trader placed his orders for sale because he believes that the Bitcoin is at its peak and enters a parabolic growth phase aimed at $160,000. Welcome to the Coin Post. The last video we had wasn't about Bitcoin but just the US presidential election. In the meantime, the first cryptocurrency had already surged above $14,500. And if you look at the predictions, in a matter of days we could see a much higher price, even 20K. So I'd really like to get down to business as soon as possible. Give us a thumbs up and let's go! Is it possible that it's finally high time to invest into Bitcoin before it leaves to the moon without us? Crypto Zombie will be the first to answer this question. He shows that the Bitcoin price has already tried several times to break through the upper limit of the upward channel in order to make an even faster growth. We've been on this channel since April and it shows a classic bullish trend where maximums and minimums are constantly rising. And even if that resistance stands and we go down, the lower limit of the channel is $11,000, and as long as we're above that price, Bitcoin will keep growing in the long run. Also, Crypto Zombie points out that Bitcoin moved to an area above 14K, where there used to be only sales, if you look at the monthly chart. But this time we have a big advantage, meaning BTC has remained above the 10K price range for a record streak of 100 consecutive days. This has never happened before. Therefore, the trader believes that the chances of making a correction below 10,000 and staying there are pretty low. As evidence, he shows that the 200-day moving average has made a new all-time high above $10,000. In 2012 and 2016, when this occurred, there was literally no looking back. Besides, the Bitcoin price is now testing the yellow zone. And if it gets out, it will signal the parabolic growth as was in 2017 and 2019. I missed Bitcoin Baritone Vays, and he didn't let me down. The trader placed his orders for sale because he believes that the Bitcoin is at its peak. In doing so, he points out that the weekly Bitcoin chart, except for RSI, looks very bullish, and the fact that Tony decided to sell doesn't mean everybody should do it. By the way, just to be safe, all the information in this video is not a financial recommendation. I'm giving it to you for your own analysis, and it's up to you to decide whether to make some transactions or not. And I got back to Tone. According to him, the monthly chart is bullish too. It's very close to the all-time high, and we may reach a peak next month. It turns out so far everything's fine, but then Tony explained why he wanted to sell Bitcoin. His indicators point to breaking through the peak and then a fall within 24 hours, possibly a couple of days. The price could surge up to $15,000, but the trader believes that there is too little FOMO on the market to go any further. So he wants to sell now and then wait for a correction in the range of 12,000. So this was Ton Vays' plan. He's basically very positive about it, he just wants to profit off stock volatility. But I wonder if he can do it. And we're gonna learn about that from other predictions we have. Don't forget to like this video. Chris has always supported Bitcoin going to the moon, so now we're gonna find out if his time has come. He shows that Bitcoin has passed the last resistance on the way to $20,000. And if there's anything else that can stop it, it's the most recent level of $14,650. And if you look at the Fibonacci levels, Bitcoin passed the current resistance, and the next target is $16,200. But it won't be that easy, because on a 4-hour chart, Fibonacci levels have another resistance at 15,100. And there's another downside to the current rate, because trade volumes continue to decline. Chris therefore urges all those who trade in Bitcoin to be as careful as possible, because to get to 15K and then 16, we really need higher volume candles and support from the market. And of course, Chris's prediction. He compares the current cycle to the previous one, which peaked at $1,000. The monthly chart shows strong similarities between the two cycles. If history evolves in the same way, then the month ahead will be extremely volatile, with the price soaring and dropping. But then Bitcoin hits a new all-time high and enters a parabolic growth phase aimed at $160,000. It's not a million, of course, but it's not bad either. And finally, let's see what our last guest has to say for today. And while he's getting ready, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell not to miss any latest videos. Sunny Decree begins his analysis with the Bitcoin price that hit above $14,500. We're now above the last resistance of 20,000, there are no trade volumes above, and the Bitcoin is in a zone where it's been only a few weeks in its entire history. But the trader believes that Bitcoin cannot hit an all-time high without correction. We're now at the top of the upward trend, the one our guest Crypto Zombie already mentioned. So there's a chance we're dealing with a false breakthrough, and now Bitcoin should go to the lower end of the channel at $11,000. As a whole, the trader feels like it's a colossal increase in the long run. He recalled that in 2017 there was a terrible FOMO, everybody wanted to buy Bitcoin and the exchange had to stop registering new users. But that's not gonna happen now. And when the process starts, everyone will be buying through PayPal, because the Bitcoin infrastructure has changed dramatically in the last 3 years, which means nothing will hold to the moon. Don't forget to leave your comments with the Bitcoin price predictions and share this video with your friends. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. It's the Coin Post channel. Subscribe and get enlightened.